Hello, welcome to the United Devil channel with me, JB. Hope you're all doing extremely well. Match day. Look, I know I'm tiny bit late, but that's the beauty of being a dad. So look, I am here. Hope you guys are doing extremely well. Get into the chat. Let me know how we're doing today. We are going to watch the match. This is the watch along for the Spurs match. First thing to say is, look, be respectful. This is the best community on this platform. Be respectful. As always, be respectful to the community, to yourselves, and to me. And we'll get on just fine. So look, this is the game. Can we get 4 in a row? I don't know. So fingers crossed. Let me know how you're doing in the chat. I may disappear for a second or two, but I am here. I am here. So yeah, I am here today. So let's get into it. So look, it's the same team as well, by the way. For those of you who don't know, it is the same team. So Diamonds in goal: Dalot, Shaw, Maguire, Martinez, Manu, Casemiro, Dalot, Fernandez, Cunha, and Mbumo. Solanke for Spurs: Simmons, Odegaard, Udogi, Sarr, Gallagher, Gray, Palhinha, Romero, Vicario, and Van de Ven. Look, the game is about to kick off. The game is about to start. So let me know in the chat. You all know what's going to happen, don't you? Dino is in the house. Look at Dino's in the house. Easy win for United. Dino's in the house. Bobby's in the house. Scott's in the house. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. We're back. We are back. Game is about to kick off. Back in a second. I am here, by the way. How was good? If you need me, I am here. I am here. I am here. I am here. I am here, by the way, guys. He's going to be there. The door jar. I'm back. Oh, the stream's so up and down right now. Sky says, I'm there. I'm not there today watching on the telly. Your boys are there. Sybil Mahmood says, hello. Stream is lagging. Yeah, the stream's bad today. just about to start. Right. Right. Right, let's see what's going to go on here. I will get into the chats, by the way. So get into the chats because I do read all of the chats. So get in there. As also, I'm not a dictator of the chat. Dina says change of environment. Yes, for now, it's yeah. Um, let's get in there. Dina says seems all right for now. Unchanged lineup. I thought he might tweak it. Logan says, "Oh, when the Spurs go marching in, Logan, you are funny." Um, I don't think that Michael Carrick's got tactics. I really don't. I don't think he's got any tactics, to be honest with you. But let's see. Right, come on, United. Come on. Come on. Get in your chats, get in your comments as well, by the way. And I will read them out. Tell me what you think the score's going to be. When I got old Ref Cam in there as well. And we kick off. All right. Why are you shuffling? Because I'm old. No, because I'm sat on a beanbag. It's not good. If friend says your decline is systematic, seems all right now. Why are you shuffling? I'm sat on a beanbag. That's the commitment from me. Is I'm sat on a beanbag. United with the first attack. Oh, already. Attack already. It's a great start already. My 47. I'm a minute behind already. Really? Oh, that's not good. So I don't understand why this is always behind. By the way, right? Patrick Dole behind you. JB, like minister's length stuck out at the top of your head. I'm gonna have to move it. I'm gonna have to move it. Um, I must say here. It does. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. That's better. That's better. That's better. I'm not having someone shaped as a penis over my head. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Oh my god! Sat on a beanbag. Right, get into this community. I do read out your chats, by the way. So look, get in your chats. Shocking, mate. United already on the attack, by the way. United already looking good. United is so bad. United is so bad, says it's edits. Well, they're not, are they? United is so bad. Look, don't spam. I've read it. Don't spam. Otherwise, the ban hammer comes out. We don't mind the banter, by the way. But at least make your banter good. That's all I'm going to ask for. At least make the banter good, okay? Make the banter good. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. That's better. There we go. Xavi Simons, free kick to Spurs. This season, exactly, Dino, the ban hammer. I was awful by Spurs. Otherwise, the ban hammer does come out. The ban hammer does come out, as we all know. Dallo with his long throw. Eddie says, "Sorry, JB is actually United is actually good." Jamie Vargas, good morning, JB. United 3, Spurs 1. Jamie Vargas, legend. FSS 5 edits, mate. No problem at all, buddy. No problem at all, my friend. Can I be a mod? Not yet. No. Look, not yet. There will be an opening for a mod, but we're not doing it just yet. And also the fact that you came onto the stream saying that United is bad. No. But look, I will be pleased. Possibly in the future. You've got to come on stream more and don't start off. Look, I'll think about mods after the game, but right now we're not. I'm not thinking about mods right now. So look, focusing on the game. United are looking quite expansive here. I can see a goal already. Back to Dallo. This is Kobe Mainu. Go on, Kobe. Come on, Kobe. That's nice. That's nice. Oof. Oh, how is that not a free kick? Bizarre. That's Solanke. That's nice. Well done, Ahmad. That's good by Ahmad. Are you watching the Super Bowl tomorrow? And who are you going for? I don't know. I might. Is it the Seahawks? It's the Patriots, isn't it? And the Seahawks. It is the Patriots and it is the Seahawks, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, the Patriots for me always seem to win it, right? So I'm going to go. Is it the Seattle Seahawks? I think. I might go for the Seahawks. It's nice to be United. Yes, it is. Scott is in the house. I might go for the Seahawks. Oof. And Bumo's taken one there. Straight in the knee. Patriots for me, but main reason for watching is to see if there's an Avengers Doomsday trailer. Oh, has anybody seen those trailers? Excellent choice on the Seahawks. I try, mate. Have you seen the trailers? They're not great. It's like Thor will appear in Doomsday. Thanos will appear in Doomsday. JB is going to appear in Doomsday. It is a question. I'm gutted the Broncos, the Denver Broncos, is it? I remember I had an NFL game for the N64. I love that game, and the Broncos were my team in that. You know, I definitely seem to be having the better of the ball. I think Spurs look like they're winning the midfield battle. That's nice by Dallo. Come on, Bruno. It's a good ball by Bruno. Go on, Kobe. Patrick is in Doomsday. Patrick is in Doomsday. He is. He's question. If you could be a superhero, who would you be? And I mean, not just make up one. Like, if you could be a superhero from like Dark Horse, Marvel, all that sort of stuff, from DC and whatever else. Up Liverpool, says Jim. Look, Liverpool fans are welcome on here as well. We do have some amazing Liverpool fans on here as well. As the love them. Ah, Bruno Fernandes. He So Patrick Starr brings the he brings the love. He brings all the pleasure to all the female Marvel stars. Casemiro. None of them. They're all, they're all in spandex. Look, Scott, if you've never tried spandex, mate, you've never lived. Casemiro there. What a shot by Casemiro, by the way. What a shot by Casemiro. Unlucky there by Casemiro. Captain America or Spider-Man, says. Captain America or Superman, says Jamie. Who would I be? I would be. Who would I be? I'd be Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen. Patrick swings in throwing Krabby Patties. Patrick Starr's quality. I'm Patrick Starr. It's SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm Patrick Starr. Right. Anyway, 11 minutes gone. Marvel and DC I don't like at all. I think it's shit. I'd be Fred the Red, says Scott. Brilliant. Oof. It's a good ball by Spurs there. Yeah, legend. He's quality. He'd absolutely piss over Superman. He's like the most powerful. Like he would absolutely piss over everybody. That's for Cario. Nice. Well done, Ahmad. That's a great tackle there by Ahmad. I'm loving the work rate as well, by the way, today. We just need that first goal. Just need that first goal. Just need that first goal. Dallo, nice by Ahmad. It's a good turn. Oh, go on, Marty. Go on, Martinez. That's great by Martinez. Now, if it was Star Wars, then it's different. I'm more of a Star Wars fan than a Marvel fan, to be fair. So I don't mind Marvel. Paul, Swansea Villa, welcome, my friend. I hope you're doing extremely well, buddy. I am more of a Star Wars fan, but Marvel's okay. I am more of a Star Wars person, though, to be fair. Spurs here. Original Profmaster says, shown urgency so far, just don't let it wear off. Dallo, still Dallo in every now and then. Look, he's available. You know, he's available, isn't he? So, you know, look, what do we expect really from a Dallo? Yeah, he's the best that we can get. Do you think Thomas Frank will be sacked by Spurs? I hope not. You know, look, I hope he doesn't. But I think he's only ever two. I think Thomas Frank is only ever 2 games away now from being sacked. I think the reason why he's not been sacked is because of the Champions League. So that's why I think he's still in it. Dallo being Dallo things as always. Spurs are having some joy here. I'd be Luke or Carlo Ren. I'd be Darth Maul. No, I tell you who I'd be. I'd be Mace Windu because I think Mace Windu is legendary. I'd be Mace. That's who I'd be. Mace Windu because Samuel with that purple lightsaber. Forget about it, mate. All over it. All over it. Spurs are having a little bit of joy here. That's a good ball. Good. Nice tackle. You'd be Palpatine. Yeah, I would be, mate. United need to pick it up here. Patrick is Jabba the Hutt. Oh, what's my guy doing? Jesus, Martinez is on it there. Had Patrick in the United shirt. Patrick Stars quality. Uh, United, look, I don't think United are Spurs. Spurs are enjoying this. This is end to end Carrick ball. Look, this is Carrick ball. This is Carrick ball in full swing here. Yeah, this Premier League is win now instead of building a great club. These owners want immediate success, profit over production shares, Jamie. And I agree with you, mate. You know, as we spoke about, you know, we did the video on it, right? That United are set to lose between 120 to another 150 million pound. JB Executive Order 66 or 69, Dino. Executive Order 69. I would have called it 69 because you know I'm evil like that. You know we're 150 million pound further in debt. And you know you've even got Ornstein, and as we spoke about Ornstein as well, by the way, you know coming out now, you know after this spin that we were going to apparently sign players, and there is no money there, and this is why when people were talking about a Semenyo, it's absolutely just it's ridiculous. Ray Simpson, hello, buddy. Hope you're doing extremely well, my friend. So, you know, look, Jamie's right. They want instant success. I tell you what, Spurs are doing well here, and again, This is end-to-end stuff, by the way. Oh, look, this is an entertaining on the edge of your seat game. This is Carrick ball. It is just get the ball up pitch, try to outscore your opponent. Count, sit back and counter FC. I'm waiting on the ball to drop when the players give up on Carrick and down tools. And Dino, it is, buddy. It is. This is rock and sock and football. This is will you attack us? We'll attack you. That's what it is. That's exactly what we're playing here. Um, and it is. I wonder how many people are going to be saying we're back, we're back, we're back now. You know, this is Ari. This is wrecking ball. You know, the question is though, would you rather watch this, or would you rather Amarin ball, which is a bit more structured, which is a bit more tactical, which is a bit more structured? This is very much Billy Basic. Always so easy to create goal scoring chances against United, no matter how good we play. Oof, Cunha, what a shot! What a shot! Um, again, this is what we are. Where's the ball into the box? Where's the run into the box? We are again, we are Moments FC. Where are the patterns of play? Where are the runs into the box? Where are the passing lines? This is basically just this is basic. Go on the pitch with your friends, have a game of football. Whereas you can see Spurs are a lot more organised. You can see Spurs are organised, well drilled. Would rather be watching this than Amron Ball, says Dino, and that's it, Dino, isn't it? Like these yeah, Busby Babes were absolute quality. Yeah, I did like a video on the Busby Babes as well. By the way, that's brilliant. Oh, um, the reason why I mention it, look, is not necessarily for you guys to go and watch the video, right? Like it's up there, um, but it is amazing. Like I watching like I had to go back and I had to like listen to the Busby Babes story again and listen to all the accounts, and then I watched um Bobby Charlton like after talking about it, listening and like remembering all the stuff and listening. It is you almost not forget because but it's when you go back and you listen. um Marco says, I hope United lose. Thanks, mate. Thanks, buddy. um it is just the Busby Babes. Again, I'll talk about it after the game, but when you're talking about people playing for the club, this is Ahmad on this left hand side. Oh, Bruno Fernandes. Cannot moan about Amrin Ball when we play like this. Moan again, at least we're winning and show some consistency. Yeah. Um, the only thing for me, Dino, is that this is not sustainable. Is For me, I always feel like, as was said there, we give the opponent a chance. Um, that I'm not for the rest of this season. I want to see an evolution of this. I want to see. The problem is that I think if because we don't have a midfield, that is our weakness. I also think the width is a problem as well with the low with the Shaw. I think if we get two Premier League proven world class left and right backs, um, I think we've got a good chance of actually getting better. Um, oh, my arms and my legs are sore. Went to the gym. Oh, my arms and legs are sore. I agree, JB, but we do eventually need to see a plan B. Um, it's look, I don't mind this style of football. I don't mind this style of football, but I think if we need to, I think we need two centre midfielders. If we had two good centre midfield players, I think I'd feel more confident in this system. I couldn't agree with you more, JB. Two destroyers in the midfield. Because I tell you what, our forward line is great. The only thing I want to see more. Oh, look, there's nobody making runs into the box. Now, again, this is if you. I'm not going to moan in game, but Carrick is doing surprisingly well. Look, Tai Hussein. I mean, is my question: is Carrick doing surprisingly well? Is he though? And the reason why I ask that because this is Ollie ball. Um, it's not like we've got bad players. Now, look, these players are playing with freedom. They are. They really are. Oh, there's just this Hollywood ball. This is this is Ollie ball. I'm pleased for Carrick. I think Carrick is doing well, but it's not a surprise for me. It's not. Look, we've got some good players. We've got some good players, and I'm not surprised we're doing well. United women winning 1-0. Now now the guys have to do the same thing, don't they? Carrick is a good interim coach, but not long term. No, I agree with you that this is a free hit for Carrick. Um, very, it's very much like an Ollie, right? I just don't want us to make the same mistake again. Look, for the next however many games, play with freedom, play with freedom, and then long term we have to see either an evolution of this. We have to see something. It's poetic that the commences with the game between last season's 17th and 15th best sides, accumulates with the Matt Busby derby featuring two of English biggest teams. Yeah, it does. It does. I went back over, as I said, I did a video on the Busby Babes, put it out yesterday, and it's not about you guys going to watch it. It's there. Feel free to watch it or not. This is United. But going back over, and is that corner? No. And going back over the whole thing, listening to the reports from the Busby Babes, listening to the accounts, listening to Bobby Charlton, and going back over it, it is so inspiring, and I honestly recommend it. Matt Busby Derby is the game between Liverpool and City. I mean that game, by the way, Liverpool and City, by the way. Oof. just, just. Who's off? Get in there. Bye bye, Romero. Bye bye, Romero. Red card. Romero is off. Romero. Romero off. Get off. Romero is off. Red card. Romero. Bye, Romero. Oh, look, I don't like to see it. I don't like to see it, but you know, I don't like to see it, by the way, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Let me go through the chat. Dino says, question, JB, playing like this, if they add a destroyer and legs in the midfield, where would you put us top four or an outside chance of the title? I think if you put two midfielders, I think if you got two decent midfielders, you got a new left back, possibly a right back, and a covering centre back. I reckon. You this team would be in a shout for. I think we'd get into a title race. Whether we right. Here's my answer. Right. If we had one game a week and we were playing in this season, and we put two midfielders in there, another left or right back, I think we would push for a title, or we would push for a title. Whether we'd win it or not would be a different question. However, if we had the Champions League as well and we just had this squad, I think our squad is too light. I think if we want to play Champions League and we'd want to have a title push, I think we basically need at least three midfielders, another centre back, left back, right back, another striker. So I think if we played one game a week, adding in those players as you described, I think we could get into into a title race. But I think we still need a bigger squad. But I don't disagree. De Ligt still doesn't have a return date. No, he doesn't. That was nasty foul. This is where we need to be slapping them about now. Manu unfair. You only have one game a week. Exactly. You need two CMs, one striker, one centre back, one winger, one goalkeeper backup. Apart from one manager, that's a filthy red card. Fair answer, JB. Now look, I think over the next couple of seasons, I think we need to build up this squad. Once we've got a better squad, but the one thing that is, oh God, Luke Shaw's down. Luke Shaw is down. Gallagher and Shaw. Shout out now for the rest of the season. Show out. Sorry, show out now for the rest of the season. Sorry, Shaw out. Yeah. Luke Shaw. Let me tell you something about Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw is mate. Medical science is baffled by Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, that they are baffled. It was Manu, wasn't it? I thought it was Manu. Oh. Well, Luke Shaw's down, so I don't know. Okay. So, yeah. What are we on? 33 minutes already. Look, we've come on. As Scott says there, United paying Romero off to get a red card, says Grace. At least this is a better game. Shaw is keeping your medical staff busy on himself. Luke Shaw is medical science are baffled by him. Shaw was on Simons. 33 minutes. Is it 33 minutes? 34 minutes gone already. Come on, Dallo. When will United overhaul Real Madrid's? um, never, never. Shaw is the best player in the world, says Grace. Grace is being cheeky. Grace is being cheeky. Um, Rumours that Luke Shaw is going to get a new contract. Luke Shaw getting a new contract will tell you everything's better. Paul says Liverpool is better. I can see the family resemblance with your brother behind you. Will United settle their outstanding debt before winning their sixth Champions League crown? Sixth. I know how much you love Shaw Debbie. Look, Patrick Starr. I'm not going to lie. Patrick Starr is more attractive than my brother. Which one is JB? You don't know. If you see my brothers, Patrick Starr is like Brad Pitt. That's all I'm saying. When will United over? I mean, look, we've um 6 Champions League. We've only won 68, 68, 99, 2008. Yeah, we need to win a lot more before we get to six, mate. Rumours that Luke Shaw are going to get a new contract. If Luke Shaw gets a new contract, it will tell you everything that you need to know. If Luke Shaw gets a new contract, and the reason why Luke Shaw will get a new contract is because this team is skint. Is because this club is skint. United just yeah, I can see the family resemblance. Well, United have done that. Will they settle their outstanding debt before winning the champ? No, no, no. There are rumours. Which one's JB? Tottenham, United 2, Spurs 2. It's a mannequin of Bruce. Liverpool is better because they are the best team in England, says Paul. Luke Shaw has always been garbage. I look, feels like a kind of game that we need a pen to free score. Hit it. Get in there. Get in there. Boom all. Boom all. Get in there. Yes. Get in there. Get in there. Oh, get in there. Get in there. Oh. Oh. Great. Oh, Mbumo, man, he's just brilliant. Now I've seen your face, your missus sees on a passion night, mate. Um, just for the laugh, you're cracking me up. Could see a hat full of goals. I really hope so. Just for the laugh, you're cracking me up. Um, possibly. Look, I'm passionate, right? I'm a passionate man. You know. What can I say? And that's my celebration as well. By the way, you know when you know on passion night, that's my celebration as well. Like, yes, get in there, Jono. Um, I don't know. So Joker football, I don't know, mate. Let's get another. JB is world renowned for his celebrations. I am in anything I do. In anything I do, you know. Um, come on. Oh, Patrick Patrick Star it is Patrick Star. Mbuma player of the season. I think he's up there. I think he's up there. I do. That Mbumo's class. Absolute class. Class player. Absolute class player. Now we talk about the Gunners, by the way, but we are becoming set piece FC, by the way. I don't care. I really don't care, but we are becoming set piece FC. John, link your song on the page. I've still not heard it since I've asked a while ago. Um, oof. I'll have to let me find it. Um, I'm gonna have to find it. Let me find it. Oh, yeah. Let me find it. I'll have to find it, mate. I'll have to find it. I need to find the link. I'll have to find the link. I'll have to find the link just for the laugh. I'll have to find the link, bud. We've got to make this count. This is much better. Much better. Come on. We just need one more goal. I think one more goal kills it. Oh, they're talking about second as well. Go on. Oof, I'm mad. Ooh. Have to get a second. Agree. Well, the commentators are already talking about us finishing second, chasing down a Man City. Um, right. Corner. Come on, Harry. Bang. Come on, Harry. Mbumo. Come on, Harry. Oof. Oof. Well, I have to say, look, I am definitely entertained. Let's just put it that way. I am entertained. Jimmy C's legend. What's up, JB? What's up, Jimmy? I hope you are doing extremely well, my friend. Jimmy C's legend of the channel, absolute legend. So Jimmy C says, "No hate, but I hate." Yeah. Um, for me, Jimmy, right? This I wonder how much United will charge Casemiro for replacing of the cameras. Well, yeah, because we all know Sir Jim is not going to Sir Jim is not going to pay for the cameras, is he? Um, I reckon Casemiro will get a bill from United PLC for those cameras. Spurs is too big a job for Frank, says Lucky. I don't know. I don't know. Look, um, look, I'll go back to Jimmy first. Look, Jimmy, again, but on this channel, and we all support whatever it is. We don't judge. I just don't agree with pushing an agenda. Whether it's sexuality, religion. I don't think in sport there's any place for pushing an agenda. I think sport is inclusive, and I don't think it even needs to be said really. Um, oh, great ball, great ball. Frank's a top manager. I don't think he's out of his depth. He's got 11 outfield players out. I need the money for that camera so they can buy their champers. I need champers. Do I think the job is too big for Frank? Well, I'm going to say no on the basis like if you look at what Spurs are doing in the Champions League, I don't think it is. I think just for the laugh is right. I think that is more about players. Look, it's really really difficult when you've got 11 players out. I just is Frank a victim of injuries? United still susceptible to crosses. Come on, Larmans, nice one. Jimmy C says same. I don't care where anyone, as long as they're all adults. But f off with the constant pushing it. Yeah, look, I don't. Like it's the same one here, right? Um, I I always see the person first. I always as long as it's legal, I'm not really bothered. I think everybody, irrespective of race, sexuality, where they're from, should always have that respect. It's like I almost think when the Premier League push an agenda, I actually think it actually does more damage than good. I like Thomas Frank. He did wonders with Brentford. He's just took over a poor set of players and a club that are not ambitious but claim to be a big club. And Dino, I don't think you could have summed it up any better, my friend. I think that Thomas Frank is a good coach, a better pass there, and that Solanke was in. Yes. The game has become all bubblegum. Uh, the game has become all bubblegum. I mean, as of oh the comment. So look, the commentators annoy the shit out of me. Commentators really do annoy me. By the way, commentators really do annoy me. And Spurs still in it, and a threat they are. XD says JB just came home. How was the first half? I think on the balance of play, I think it's like the Fulham game. I think on the balance of play, I think that he said is Lacey on the bench. Um, I'll just check for you. Lacey is not on the bench. No, Lacey is not on the bench. XD, I'd say on the balance of play, I think that look, it's half time. I think United. I think it's very, very equal. I think this is the same as the Fulham game, very, very end to end. And yeah, look, I'll be back in a second. I just need to go and check on children for a second. I will be back, and then we'll talk about the first half. Getting your opinions. I will be back in 2 seconds. And I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I am back. Oh, I just need to boost up my seat. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm back. That's better. That's better. That's better. Look, let's get into the first half. Get in your comments. I want to know what you think about the first half so far. Let me get into the comments. Lacey's not on the bench. Not a phrase I'm familiar with. Andrew is doing the same with Brentford, despite losing a manager, Wissa and Mbumo. He's lost its identity. I heard Romero put in a horrid tackle. It was look. Was it the worst tackle in the entire world? No. It's just Romero doing Romero things. Really, it wasn't the best tackle. And he's been sent off. It's ideal. It's a lost identity. Bubblegum. Never heard of that before. Klopp squad, not Slot. Well, this is Slot's team, isn't it? Really. JB needs a booster seat. I'm sitting on a beanbag. Casemiro acting like a badly wounded owl. The commentator, Ali McCoist there, basically says, and you can tell me whether you agree with this or not. So Ali McCoist is sat there saying, Casemiro, that's awful. Saying that Casemiro, that we're gonna miss Casemiro when he goes, right? I don't disagree with that. Let me change the time. Just need to change the time. It does annoy me slightly, and I should look. Casemiro is having a good season, right? They're doing all right. Love Cunha and Boomer says Herbie. I hope Shesko gets a good second half. So look, this is my problem with commentators, right? So Ali McCoist is basically saying that we're going to miss Casemiro. I don't disagree that we are going to miss Casemiro, right? But then Ali McCoist starts talking about thank. I can't do it. Hey, laddie. Hey, I can't do it. Casemiro. That's all. I know. Saying that Casemiro, that he's proved people wrong, right? Do I think Casemiro has proved anybody Jamaican with a Romanian tinge? I know my accents are awful. Look, Casemiro has been okay. Ali McCoy's trying to basically say that Casemiro is proving people wrong. It just, for me, it's just a limited. It's just a limited view. Look, has Casemiro been perfect? No. Was Casemiro good last season? No. Casemiro was awful last season. Has Casemiro had a better season? Yes. But to suggest, as Ali McCoy said, Casemiro has had an amazing career at this club. He's had an okay career. Like Casemiro in his first year was unbelievable, fantastic player. Casemiro has had a good season this season. Will we miss Casemiro? We will miss what I do agree with. Has Casemiro proved people wrong this season? Yes. Has Casemiro been better this season? Yes. But let's not pretend that Casemiro has had this amazing United career. And for the last 2 seasons, you could argue he's hasn't been great. He's been nowhere near worth the 350k that he gets paid. So what annoys me is that, and even with these games, right, is that people have a very short term, because Casemiro hasn't been great. This season he's been fantastic. We will miss him, I think, next season. But if we get 2 decent midfield players next season, we're not going to miss Casemiro. Like, if we had 2 decent midfield players now, by comparison, Casemiro wouldn't look as good as he does. But look, the one thing that I will concede this season is Casemiro has been brilliant this season. We are going to miss Casemiro in terms of that experience, but let's not pretend that Casemiro has been fantastic throughout his whole time here, because in my view, he hasn't. And this inability to look backwards at last season, the season, but like that, Casemiro is suddenly now this an amazing player. People have good seasons, but look, Casemiro has been fantastic this season. I'm by no means putting Casemiro down. I'm by no means putting him down. But to suggest that Casemiro has been this amazing player at this club, but I will say this: I do like Casemiro. God, this seat. I think he's been a fantastic player this season. So people, look, I'm pleased for Casemiro that he's going to leave, but Casemiro is going to leave on a positive. Casemiro is going to leave this club on a positive, and that's all you can want. So it is his time to go. I don't think, as per Ali McCoist, that Casemiro has proved anybody wrong. look, how can you prove people wrong when you're earning 300k a week? I just don't get it. Like, how can you prove people wrong when you're getting paid 350k a week, but yet you're proving people wrong? Like, Ali, he's doing his fucking job, mate. Like, Ali, like, it's not like he's doing this for free. He gets paid 350. He gets paid 350k a week. He should be proving he's worth his money, not proving people wrong to basically suggest that people who were calling him out because he wasn't playing great are wrong. He's not proving anybody wrong. He's doing his fucking job and just do it. So this, for me, is just baffles me. But look, it is what it is. The game, quickly, give me your opinions. Like, how do you think? I think it's nice your missus has allowed you out of the house when she's out of the house. Yeah, she's doing some stuff today, so it means that I've got the kids, so I've got to be indoors and not in my normal place. Yeah, but you're right. She is kind. Do you think JB, knowing is worth 300k, Casemiro will potentially be missed for his goals? I think Casemiro will be missed. McCoy's blast from Soccer AM's day. Most won't get the reference. Will the lad have a haircut? Risen, look, I don't care about the lad and his haircut, but if United win the next game, then he will have a haircut. I genuinely don't care if he has a haircut, but look, as Zlatan mentioned that he got stoppages from his wages because he used the minibar in the team hotel. That was before Radcliffe too, so the Glazers already was penny pinching. I mean, that is ridiculous, right? West Ham to beat. It's his encore season. He wants to go out on a high, but as a legend, not really. Agree with you. Carrick has changed my life. Triangles, squares, pentagons, we play. I think it's nice. They were saying he was finished. He proved them wrong. Basil, look, I don't think he has. Is Casemiro finished? Look, Casemiro is having a good season. Look, but Basil, he's not proved anybody wrong, mate. He is 34 years old, right? He's playing in a system right now that accommodates him, right? If you put Casemiro into the Arsenal side, into a Liverpool side, or into a side which requires him to be box to box or run, you're not going to get that Casemiro. But also, don't forget, we're playing one game a week. Casemiro can recover. He's playing one game a week. And look, I am thankful that we've got Casemiro. Because if we'd have had just Ugarte this season, we would be screwed. Casemiro this season deserves his plaudits. Casemiro this season has been one of our best players, but there's no long term in a Casemiro. Like, Casemiro, I'm so pleased for Casemiro. I can't even tell you how pleased I am for a Casemiro. I can't even tell you. I love to see players come back. I love to see players do well. But the guys on 300k a week really is. JB, we need to hear you do your friends. Jimmy, you sound... Players' legs can go at any time, and his legs have definitely gone. It drops 10% of any player's games. It's nothing new. Players in the past used to drop further back in the field. Exactly. Jimmy, you sound old like myself. Just for the laugh, prime example, Wazza. Exactly. It is true. It is true that friends are friends. Old friends are old friends. I mean, I'm 42, right? Friends are old friends. Jimmy said, haha, I'm the same age as Casemiro, but I've got an old head. I'm older than Casemiro. But to be fair, I'm older than Casemiro, and my legs haven't gone just yet. So um, you know, I'm just saying. Obviously, not that I play high end football. You know, my legs still haven't gone. Oh, football friends. Oh, friends. Oh, friends. Is that all you are? For is that all you are for 42? Um, thanks, mate. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Mm, mm. Yes, mate. I am 42. Um, let's just say I had a hard paper round. Um, yeah, paper round. Interviewing Carrick at halftime, the pitch since went, and look, Jimmy, this is the positivity street. This is what we've got now. Positivity street. Look, they are pushing Carrick for the coach. This is the bias media. Um, this is what we're getting now. Is we're getting the bias media. United would have to sanction this off. By the way, United would have to allow this to happen. The only way this happens is if United agree. United are pushing Carrick for the manager's position. I don't care what anybody says. It's cheap. It's cheap. United are pushing Carrick for the job. They're looking. This is spin. This is spin. I take it you had a bread round as well as a paper round. Um, thanks, mate. No, I've just got really poor genes, mate. I went grey when I was about. I started going grey when I was 16. Um, so the game has kicked off. Right, get back in this. So look, first half, um, much of the same, really. I think there's no difference to this game than to the Fulham game. I think we've got to score. Just for the last says, I hate this new thing. Interviews at half time. You get 50 minutes to sort out your next half. They shouldn't do any interviews. Agree. He was a chimney sweep as a teenager. I was. I was. I was. I was, mate. I was, buddy. Let's make sure. I want this as live as possible. It's as live as possible. How far is this behind? 16. Oh, leave off, ref. Is this a minute behind now? Oh, leave off. Oh, am I behind? Okay, that's better. Not great, but that's better, I guess. What are we saying? What are we saying? You'd never have guess with that colour of barnet. Thanks, mate. JB co-miner for 8 years old. Still thinks he looks like. Still think he looks a bit like Richard Gere. Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks, buddy. You, you're too kind, mate. You're too kind. Um, so like, we need that second goal. We 100% too. Um, come on, great ball. Oh, this has. I agree with you. I think Shesko needs to. But the problem for me is that we always concede. We always concede. I want to see a clean sheet with this. Do agree. You know, I don't think this is perfect by any means, but I tell you one thing I do like about Carrick is he's letting his players play. Well done, by Dallo there. Well done by Dallo. I'd rather 1-0 than a 3-1, says Jimmy. I would I would like a clean sheet. I was shocked that Spurs haven't lost the previous 9 against United before the game. We have we've been breaking all sorts of records. Mad stat that, couldn't believe it either, says Jimmy. 2-0, says Scott. Offside. Offside. Yeah, offside. Offside. This is so far behind, by the way. This is so far behind. I need to sort this out. It's just so far behind. Right. Come on. There we go. Stop being. Gonna be 49.52. So behind. Oh, it's ridiculous. I'm miles behind. A similar time. It is. I am about. What am I behind? I am about 50 minutes behind. I'm about 50-second behind. He's not very clever at times, Ahmad. Yeah, Ahmad. I think Ahmad was better under Amarin. I do. I think Ahmad was better under Amarin. I do. I think he was. I think Amarin did some good things for him. Jimmy said 50. I know, mate. 50 seconds behind. 50 seconds behind, mate. Spurs, you know that Spurs are going to get a chance. 20 seconds of that is game clock on your stream. When Spurs sold Johnson, it was similar to us selling McTominay. I'm now 51.30. I'm 51.21. He's a forward play. Facts. That's wrong about Ahmad. Look at him before and after. Look, I like Ahmad. I do think that is. I do think that. I don't know. I don't agree with Ahmad being a wing back. I do think Ahmad is better. I do think Ahmad is better as a forward player. You just know Spurs are going to get a chance. You just know Spurs are going to get a chance. Okay. What's wrong? Wait there. What's wrong? You can have one. Mhm. 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 Yeah.
Just took it,
Mhm.
and she said, and then I found
Yeah.
to build like a wall, to build like a fence.
Okay. You're fine.
And then she just took it from my garden like this,
Mhm.
picked it off my garden, and then she took the moving off it.
Oh dear. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Aren't you going to tell us about?
No, not yet. Right. Right. You need to let me do this. Okay. Why don't you go and watch it on iPad?
If I have the iPad,
Tell her you can watch it.
I'll do what she did to me.
No, don't nick it off. Right? Can you go blow your nose, please? Okay. Well done. Okay. Hot take: Pep isn't a top 5 best coach ever. Ooh. Thomas Frank's got another hi. So Jonathan Gillis says hi. Great name, by the way. You and I do share the same name, Jonathan. We do share the same name. Okay. No, you can have it for now. And all company. Hi from Western Australia. Hot take: Pep isn't a top 5 best coaches ever. Ooh. Who would be my top 5? Good new managers. You know, managers Carrick is very good. Come on, we need Fergie, Klopp, Wenger, Mourinho, Carlo in that order, says Ray. I'm going to go slightly different. Our main means gift from God. Yes, no, I agree with you. Yes, our name does mean gift from God, and you know we are a gift from God. Pep is a checkbook manager. Agree with you. I'll tell you who I think the best coaches are. I'll give you my top 5. I would go Ferguson. I'd go. Oof. Tell you what, Spurs have got a goal in them. My top coaches are Fergie. I think Fergie. I think Paisley's up there. I think Shankly's up there. I think that who else is up there? I think Ancelotti's got to be up there as well. I think Wenger has to be up there. Pep. If we're talking about coaches and we're talking about best coaches who you give them money and they can do wonders, then Pep is up there. But if you're talking about people who are Pep is not a builder of clubs. This is why Fergie is the best, because he's a builder of clubs. I think you've got to put Fergie up there. You've got to put Shankly in there, Paisley in there, Jose's in there. Ancelotti's in there. Wenger's in there as well. Hanging on by a thread. Klopp isn't even Liverpool's best manager. Pep is number one of all time. Nah, he really isn't. He really isn't. Um, I think I think Ben just scared. I think Ben just scared is because he knows that United are coming for him. Get this. Well done, Larmans. Checkbook managers might as well be wags. I tell you what, Larmans, don't underestimate Larmans' impact on this game. By the way, tell you what, Spurs are in this. Spurs are in this. Spurs are in this. This does concern. I want to see what happens when we go away to an Everton to West Ham. Did Fergie go somewhere else and win? Everton. Yes. Fergie was at an Aberdeen first, so Fergie actually won before he came to this club. Fergie beat Real Madrid in the Cup Winners' Cup. Ferguson won the Scottish League with an Aberdeen. So and that was the time where well done, Luke Shaw. Fergie won the Scottish League with yeah. So Fergie's proved it, and Fergie beat Madrid, by the way, in the Cup Winners' Cup. Aberdeen, it was with Oh, second is coming. If that's what you're trying to remember, yeah, it was Aberdeen, and they beat Madrid. They did. I think, I think that I think that they're itching. I think they're itching to give us a red card. By the way, I think they're itching to give us a red. He says Martinez moving the ball too slowly. United need to score another one. I can see a sucker punch come in. That was a penalty, Jimmy. Agree with you. Mazraoui for Dallay. Ferguson almost got sacked at United. I think it was the League Cup that saved us his job. It was an FA Cup. It was an FA Cup against. Was it City? It was Mark Robins' goal. Mark Robins scored the goal that saved Fergie. It was an FA Cup game. Yeah, it was an FA Cup game. Mark Robbins scored a goal that basically saved his job. Um, oh, oh, um, Ron Atkinson went on to manage Villa. Yes, he did. I tell you, he had a good team at Aston Villa, by the way. Does anybody remember Dalian Atkinson? Because he was a great player. The challenge on Cass first half and me shook up dirty. You know, didn't strengthen midfield. I agree with you. And we've spoken about this. And this is something. This is something. This was something that we spoke about. This is something that we'll get into tonight, because I think that we need to talk about this, which we will talk about the game. We will talk about that, as it's been proven there, we are one injury away. We are one injury away from dropping out. And your old centre back Paul McGrath, yes, yeah. Oh, Bruno, Steve Staunton, Steve Staunton. Oh yeah, Paul McGrath, Steve Staunton. I'm just trying to remember who. Oh, here we go. Dean Saunders, Paul McGrath, Steve Staunton, Atkinson. Yeah. Um, I tell you what. Now there's a player very underrated, was Dean Saunders. Dean Saunders, what fantastic player. Fantastic player was Dean Saunders. Absolutely brilliant. Liverpool, Villa, Watford. Tony Daly. Oh, I love Tony Daly. He's fantastic. He was an electric winger. Did anybody remember? Anybody remember back in, I think it was the late 80s, early 90s? You used to have those statues. They're about that big, and you had Daly, Tony Daly, you had Grobler, I think, and they were like these football things. Did well at Liverpool, was just fast. Ugo Ehihog. Um, now you're busting them out, guys. Um, amazing players, amazing players. Um, should have won more. Do you think? Yeah, he did. Atkinson passed away as well, didn't he? With Dalian Atkinson, that was a police thing, wasn't it? I think he got tasered or something, and he died of a heart attack. Um, Ehiog as well. Yeah, I mean it's scary. Brian McClare. Um, uh, Derringham says hi, hello. Brian McClare. Oh, I love Brian McClare. Mark Hughes, McClare, Keane, Cantona, Robson, Kanchelskis, and Giggs. That's the song, by the way. We need to score. Or Spurs. Our Spurs are going to score. XC says, I wish I was around to see Prime United. The only major trophies I've seen us win are the Prem in 2013 and the Europa League. I love the Butcher, but he's not at it today. I was XD. I was very fortunate, mate. I was born in 1983. I lived it all. Did Lee Chapman play for United? No. He was Leeds. Offside. Butcher with the blooded shirt. I remember the Wimbledon Crazy Gang. Jones, Fashanu, what a mental team. Oh, they were crazy. They had what was his name up front? Not Unsworth because he was at Everton. Dean something or other. Dean. I want to say Dean Henderson, but it wasn't Dean Henderson, was it? Lee Chapman was the reason you got Cantona. Yes. Lee Chapman played for Leeds. Come on, Carrick, mix it up. Hello from Turkey. Look, Michael Carrick, Dennis Wise. Glory to Man United. Dave Besant in goal. Crazy Gang, they beat Liverpool in the final. Fashanu, John Holdsworth. That's it. Holdsworth. Dean Holdsworth. John Fashanu as well. Somebody block that spammer. Yeah, look. Done. Blocking old spammy spam. Neil Ardley. Polina's got a yellow. Oof. Offsides and need to stop. It's still only 1-0. We're sleeping with Lindsay Dawn McKenzie. However, it was spelled. Yeah. Lindsay Dawn McKenzie. Jesus Christ. I mean, I know who Lindsay Dawn McKenzie is. If people don't know who Lindsay Dawn McKenzie is, if you're gonna look it up, make sure that there's nobody around, because she was a think Bonnie Blue, but not as prevalent as a Bonnie Blue, and she had big assets as well. Lindsay Dawn McKenzie, Jesus. I haven't thought about her in quite some time. I might have to have a little think about her tonight as well. Go on, Maguire. Oh, come on, Shesko. She'd be a similar age to me. I remember the build up in the Daily Sport of her being revealed. John and his night of passion. Well, look. Well, you all know my celebration face as well, right? So just going to put that out there. So um, just an image of me thinking about Lindsay Dawn McKenzie. I'm just saying. Hopefully that will put you off your dinner. Oh. Giuseppe Signori was a baller. Martinez and another mistake. I think Martinez, if you think about how long he was out for, I wonder if Martinez is paying for being back. I wonder if this is accumulated fatigue with him. Sorry for unlocking another memory. You thought you had put it away, singing your song, and now. Oh look, Lindsay Dawn McKenzie. That's a memory that needs to be unlocked, mate. There are certain things. Lazio forward little, but scored tons of goals. Signor, yeah, he was a good player. Anybody remember the was it Antilio Lombardo that came and played for? Who did Lombardo play for? I can't remember. Antilio Lombardo. He played for, was it Sampdoria or something? And then he came in and played for, I don't know. Was it Oldham or something he played for? Antilio Lombardo. She had a big fallout with Jody Marsh. Oh, there's Palace. That's it. Palace. Because the Prem had that spate of players where you had the likes of Lombardo, Ravanelli, Emerson, Mendieta came into the side, Zola, Aspria. Chess goes on. I'm so far behind, I think. What are we on? 75. Jesus. We need that second. Yeah, Borough. Them to Chelsea. Yeah. And then Chelsea obviously brought in Hullert, Viali. Yeah. Aspria was Newcastle. Souza is well quick. Tell you what, Spurs are having some joy here. Oof. What do you think Carrick is doing differently to Amarin? Marcel at Chelsea as well. Yeah, Marcel. What do I think? What do I think Carrick is doing different to an Amarin? Carrick is basically letting these players do. Barahad, Janino, Emerson. Yes, they did Gaza as well. Gaza, I think, didn't Gaza play for them as well? Exactly. He's basic. Look, he's what Carrick is doing. Carrick is playing Billy Basic, Billy Basic, counter attack, which is fine. Which is fine. Long term, I don't know how sustainable it is. But he's playing players in their correct position. And Elizabeth Pope says hi, hello. Mendieta, he was a great player for Valencia. Good player. So look, Carrick has gone back to basics. Zenden, Jesus. Gallagher has done F-all, says Scott. Yes. Zenden as well. Jesus. Zenden, Davids for Spurs as well. Klinsmann was a great player as well. Come on, Bruno. Mendieta goal from the corner. Does anybody remember the Roberto Carlos goal? When he was basically straight So he was like straight with the goal, and he basically hit it straight and then sort of bent round and went in goal. But he scored basically from being straight on with the goal from the far left hand side. This needs a second. This needs a second. Oh. Oh. The one at Le Tournoi, yeah, which England won as well, by the way. England won that. I remember that was Brazil, France, England. Yep, England won that. It was a fucking stupid tournament. I mean, it was I'm sorry. The tournament was an absolute stupid tournament. It really was. Oh, I've got to move. It's better. United need a second one here. United need a second one here. Look, I've got plenty of things to say, by the way, on this game. Plenty of things to say. His beanbag's awful, mate. His beanbag's awful. Fucking awful. My back's hurting. Shocking. Awful. His beanbag's awful. When you get to my age, right, you don't want to sit on a beanbag. Beanbags, you do not want to sit on a beanbag, mate, because it is not good. It is not good. My back's well hurting. The chest fell off. It's amazing for piles. I'm going to have to take your word on that, my friend. Um, Go on, Dallo. Yes! Get in there! Get in there! Yes. Oh. 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 Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Oh. Oh. Good finish. Good finish. I'm so angry that I'm too busy to watch the game. How we doing? Look, I think that's not offside, is it? That's not offside. That's not offside. Tell you what, Shesko causes issues. That for me. That for me is what happens when you put a Shesko on the pitch. That is what happens when you've got a tall striker on the pitch. And this, this is why. Top four, JB. I'm going to say right here and now. I think I'm still taking each game as it comes, right? Because look, as much look. The problem is for me with this team is that 4 games on the bounce is fantastic. I think we are in a top 4 race. That's a fact. But just as easily as we can win 4 games, we can lose 4 games. We can draw 4 games. My prediction at the start of the season was 8 to 10. I think that's now wrong. I think we now finish somewhere between 4th and 6th. Do I think that top 4 is on? Am I gonna be? I'm not being stubborn on purpose, but I just wonder what happens when things don't go our way. Title surely on, says Burdett. No. Look, what I'm going to say about everything, right, is this. Let's just take each game as it comes. Right? Let's just take each game as it comes. Look, I never expected to be in a top 4 race. We are legitimately in a top 4 race. You can argue now we are putting pressure on Aston Villa, City, right? Look, we shouldn't be, and there's no look. We're not pushing for a title. Look, let's aim for 3rd. Why can't we get 3rd now? So look, let's just enjoy the fact that we are now legitimately in a top 4 race. Look, these 4 wins for me have gotten us back into the top 4. Nobody would have expected it. And as I said, before Christmas time, is what you're going to see after Christmas is you're going to see teams now opening up a gap. So the inconsistency is still there, but from like 3rd to 10th, there was like a mixture of 6 points. I said what's going to happen is the teams that will hit form will pull away. I never expected us to be one of those teams. So Aston Villa, us, Chelsea, Liverpool have started now to pull away from a Brentford, a Sunderland, a Fulham. We are in a top 4 race, but let's enjoy it. Like, for me, anything above 8th is not what I was expecting this season. So look, I think as it stands, we are in a top 4 race. Do I think that we'll end up in a top 4? Oh God, Ugate's on. So it does remain to be seen for me. But are we in a top 4 race? Yes. And I did say if we get through these games, then we are in a top 4 race. We are in a top 4 race. But look, I am not committing to it. I know these players. And don't forget as well, one reason why I will not commit to a top 4 race is because we're one injury away right now from our season capitulating. So let's see. But look, we're winning again. This is the 4th straight game. So Ballon d'Or, Dallo, speak nicely, people. Let's have a little look. What we're saying. I thought Shesko would have done better this season than he has. He looked better talent in Germany than in Ekitike. Title is on. No. Shesko will come good. I think his class just very on-off start to the season. Exactly. Top 3 is on. I've had a feeling Villa will fall away a bit. Just remember how the results changed under Ollie and how it finished. Some get too carried away. Agree with you. Agree. Chris says we're back. We're not back, mate. We're not back, mate. Top 4 is on, and Shesko, I've said for a long time, will come good. He just needs time. Dino, mate, you and I of all you and Scott have always been singing from the same hymn sheet on that one as well, my friend. Give Carrick the job, players to drop exactly. The bloke might get a haircut. It's not just the goals, but the other contributing play that he has. The donkey is on. Are you glad Amrin is gone? No, I'm not. I'm not. I was Amrin's biggest fan, but I'm glad he's gone. Players weren't ready for him, but I bet he wins the Champions League with a team before we do. As Jimmy says, there's a couple of reasons why I'm not happy that he's gone is because of what it represents. Like I want a manager to succeed. I wanted a manager in. I'm not glad he's gone because it means that we failed. I wanted him to succeed. Look, was Amarin the wrong choice? Possibly. And as Jimmy says there, I agree with you completely, buddy. I think that Amarin was too complex for this team. Amarin is too complex for this club. Amarin was too forward thinking for these players, was too forward thinking for this club. We didn't have the players. We don't have the appetite. But was Amarin the wrong guy? Probably yes. I think Amarin was the wrong guy for the club. Amarin should have never been appointed, says Mike. And you probably got a point, buddy. I don't think he should have been, and I don't think he should have been appointed because he's a bad coach. I think Amarin shouldn't have been appointed because he was probably the right guy at the wrong time. But I think Amarin was the wrong choice for these players. I think Amarin was the wrong choice for this team. Mike, I think you're right, buddy. I think look, there's nothing wrong with him, but you've got to look at these players, and we. Look, I don't want to set myself off because I've got a lot to say about this game today. I've got a lot to say on these players today, but positivity wise, positivity wise, look, we need that, but we are definitely not back. In fact, we're miles away from that. Says John. John, agree, mate. Agree with you. We are not back. But we've won 4 games, or we're winning 4 games. That's a penalty. How is that not a penalty? 90 minutes, 5 minutes of time added on. Amrin was for himself. He tried to manufacture a move to Liverpool by flying over to speak to West Ham and push the hand, but it backfired. I don't know. I think Amrin was the wrong appointment. I do think he was. Amrin was the right guy. If you gave him 3 years, wrong guy if you want immediate results with average players. Well, we're never going to know, are we? I know the fact that Carrick is getting half-time interviews. It's just here we go. Here we go. They're talking about Kobe being in for England now as well. By the way. He was appointed on the back of Lisbon result against City. Seemed a bit rushed, and this is this club all over. everything is rushed. You know, in Ineos are talking about best in class and plan. There is no planning in this club at all. There is no planning. It is friends, Man City friends. Because apparently Amarin was apparently looking to go to City to replace Pep, and Omar, under his his wisdom, I think was the guy that pushed it. Um, it was a strange choice. He wanted Liverpool after Klopp, just like Jose leaving Porto. He said he wanted Chelsea because his head told him, but his heart wanted Liverpool. Liverpool got Rafa instead, who won the league with Valencia. Yeah. But Amrin is a very ambitious guy. Um, there is no doubt. I think Amrin was, for this side, was the wrong choice. Um, but it doesn't mean that Carrick is the right choice. There we go. Uh, game over. So another 3 points. Look, I am going to have to go relatively quickly. But I will be back tonight. I will be doing a match reaction tonight as well, by the way. But look, you know, ultimately, 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 PS Eagle says hi, hello. Shesko for F's sake. So look, was it an easy win today? I think the red card helped us. Gallagher, I think he had the easy chance, and I think Gallagher could have scored that. I think if they score that, Romero stays on the pitch. I think it's a different result. Look, was it perfect? No. Look, we are. What is fundamental about this now is that we are going on a roll. Look, there are many things that I want to talk about. This team is still not perfect, whatever else. But we won. So look, you've got to be happy. Look, again, it's another week of winning. Look, we've gone and beat Spurs. Look, what else? What else are we supposed to do? And yeah, the red card helped us, but it was a slog. Thomas Frank, we are answering these questions. Like he says, great chat, mate. Take care. So I do have to rush off. But look, I will be back tonight where we can talk about the game. But look, it's another win. Whatever I think about, it doesn't really matter. The mods in here, Jimmy, are ledges. We're winning. I've always said this. I don't care how we win. It's not about. Well, it is about style of play, but look, that can wait until next season. Look, Carrick is doing a good job. Whatever Carrick is doing, he needs to continue doing it. So we will see more. Henderson, look, I am happy. It's brilliant. Like, we're winning again. It's fantastic. Look, it's brilliant. I'm just so happy. Look, for all this team's faults, and there are many. Look, I'm for the first time starting to trust this team, and there are still things about Carrick. Look, going forward, is Carrick the man? I think that's a conversation. if he gets us to the Champions League, exactly, Dino, exactly. So look, we've won again. Absolutely fantastic. Look, brilliant. That's Spurs down, City down, Liverpool down, Fulham down. We go marching on 5 in a row. Guy's going to get a haircut. I don't care about that. But look, guys, I'm going to go. I do have to go off now. But I will be doing my match reaction tonight. I will go away. I'll probably go and watch the game again and go and think about that stuff. So look, guys, amazing. Look, it's so nice to do these streams. And we're winning. Like it's brilliant. It's brilliant. So look, guys, thank you for watching. You guys are legends. And then Scott, exactly, that twat can go and get his haircut. So look, I will be back this evening at some point to do my match reaction. And again, it's going to be positive. Spoiler alert. And we will get on to all that good stuff. So look, thank you for watching. You guys are legends. I appreciate you being here with me as well. You guys are legends. And Herbie, 3 points. One thing that makes me want to draw the next one, says Jimmy. Can you imagine that guy? I guarantee you, right? I guarantee you that haircut twat will be ready after the next game. I guarantee you, Sky Sports or some channel will have that guy ready to go with some clippers. Imagine being so selfish that if we get 5 games on the trot, you're instead of making it about this team, making it about giving the fans a win, some prick is making it about himself and his stupid fucking hair. So look, I think he's a twat. But look, it is what it is. So look, have a good rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm JB. This is the United Devil Channel. Thank you for being here, guys, legends. And I will be back this evening. So look, guys, another win on the board. Another 3 points. Some twat's going to get his haircut. And look, brilliant. So look, I will be back this evening, legends.